Hey everyone, hey guys, doing Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back once again, troops, legionnaires, new recruits to another Legion premiere. I know it's been a while, but I hurt myself, man. I was doing a hike and was walking and walked over a thin, very thin patch of mud. I didn't think I was gonna slip and fall, but I did. Slipped and fell, and pretty much more sprained my wrist. There is a slight fracture, so it's going to take a little while, and I just haven't been feeling it, man. Um, just some pain. My body was aching too, so just a quick update of what happened. But yeah, I did fall while hiking on a thin patch of mud. I did hurt my wrist, and the rest of my body is pretty much aching. So haven't been up to doing videos. But I figured let me try and get back into the groove. At least do the Legion Premier tabletop stuff. I can at least do that. And again, I just want to apologize to Kizer. I wanted to test out two of their knives. Um, I have another Polaris. This one I purchased, but they sent me two samples. One of the Polaris is the chisel ground version, or the model 1100 A4. This is the A2 that you see in front of you. And they also have the drop bear, and I can't test it. I tried holding and making a feather stick, and just worried about if I baton, etc. How the shock and the vibration is going to affect the healing process of my wrist. So I'm holding off on that for now. I'm going to give it a week or so. Actually, I'm going back to the doctors to check things out, and I'll ask them if it's okay if I can do some slight work. So we shall see. I know I'm rambling on. What's everybody carrying? I have my Kizer beg letter here in CPM 3V. I love this knife. What's everybody carrying? And veterans and active military, I hope your day is going well. Thank you very much for your service. Really do appreciate it. Enjoy the video. Let's go over quick specs. It's very similar to the 1100 A4 model, except this is a full Scandi grind, where the 1100 A4 is a chisel grind on one side, Scandi on the other, and people are raving about it. So, I mean, if you go on Amazon, these got 5 stars. So let's go over the specs real quick. Overall length 8.91 inch, blade length 4.23 inch, blade material I opted again for 1095, blade hardness 58 to 60 HRC, blade thickness 3.6 millimeters, blade width 1.07 inch, handle length 4.68 inch, handle material. This is a green G10. Weight 6.32 ounces, and it does have a full tang, lanyard hole, Kydex sheath, and a tech lock that does come with this. Now, this model is the 1100 A2. Keep that in mind. If you want the full Scandi grind, it is the model 1100 A2. So let's quickly check this out. All right. There is the blade. It's a Scandi grind. I don't see a secondary bevel here. Okay, but it is a Scandi grind, and you'll see on this particular model compared to the A4. This is the A2, but compared to the A4, this is a full Scandi grind. Okay, now I haven't tested out the A4 yet, but people are telling me that it's very good. But here you go. There's your Scandi, then the rest of it is all flat up here. And it's got jimping. Trying to get the focus right. It's got jimping here where you can put your thumb, and then there's some forward jimping on the spine. The spine feels sharp, so I think we will be okay to do some scraping if and when the time comes, right? All right, so there is the Polaris. Azo is the designer. I think that's how it's pronounced. Azo is the designer. Polaris is the name. 1095 is the steel. Slight sharpening choil right here. Wonderfully contoured handles, man, let me tell you. Really, really, really nice. Full tank goodness. Make sure I get it into the whole frame. Full tank goodness. One of the nicest handles in a knife that I own. Very nice. No scalloping over here. So, I mean, I guess you could use this for some form of skinning, but holding it the way this is just now without the scalloping will work just fine for any kind of food prep. It does have the divot if you want to use this as a bearing block for a bow drill. Lanyard hole, a little bit of a protruding tang right there. I don't remember if the A4 has it. It probably does. But the grips are really nice, just really, really nice. No matter how you hold it. Let me do a reverse grip. Feels wonderful. This is a dedicated bushcraft knife, and I'll show you why. And now, remember, I purchased this, so I don't want to void warranty or whatever. But if and when I do decide to do any work on this, I will not be chopping. I will not be batoning with this knife, at least nothing too heavy duty, because, once again, okay, they're telling you what this knife is ideal for and what its limitations are. And one of the limitations is chopping or batoning hard materials. Okay? So don't go through knots, frozen wood. So I'm going to do some light, maybe some very, very light batoning. All right? But you could see the warning sign over there. So it's very, very specific. Now, they're saying, I guess if you want to do some light chopping, maybe delimbing, you may want to put some form of a secondary bevel option. If and when I do test this knife, it will be as is. I'm not going to, modify my edge here, but this is why I will be using this knife dedicated to, simple camping tasks, cutting paracord, food processing, whittling, etc. So hard use batoning and chopping I will not be doing with this knife. And, because this is very clear right here, I wouldn't recommend anybody else doing it, but you do what you want. It's your money, your knife. I've got plenty of other knives. I've got that drop bear, that would be nice to do that kind of work with. However, this will be perfect with an axe and a saw combo. Okay, I mean, you're not going to go wrong. You've got the axe to do the hard work, and then you've got this knife to do some of the finer work. All right, let's take a look at the sheath. Once again, this is a pancake style sheath with plenty of rivet holes, so you could attach items on here such as a ferro rod holder, and you can put a ferro rod on. It does come with a very coarse sharpening diamond plate right here. It's thin, but it's very coarse. It's not thin. I'm sorry, not I mean thin. Fine as something like Work Sharp. So just keep that in mind. This is coarse. All right. I personally won't use this. I always bring some form of sharpening implement with me, which is the Work Sharp field guide. I always bring that. It has two forms of diamond plate, coarse and fine, leather strop. I think that's perfect to take with you. But the sheath is really nice. Okay, it does come with this, thinner tech lock or mini tech lock for upright or scout carry, right? So if you do open this up, you could remove these, put it, set it up for scout carry, and you have the two tabs that are either removable or adjustable depending on the size of your belt. And I've used those tabs many times, and you can get a nice snug fit on your belt so it doesn't move around on you, etc. But a very, very nice sheath. I'm going to do my best. Let me put the knife in. I can easily put the knife in. It's just getting it out is a little tough with my hand in this thing. So Let's see. Let's see if I could just use my thumb. Oh, okay, good. All right, so nice and snug fit. Let me put it back in there. All right, nice and snug fit. There's no up and down play. There's no side to side play. This particular knife and sheath combo is perfection right here. It is perfection. I think hopefully I mentioned that the scales are removable, but it looks like the scales are removable. All right, let's pop this open, and now I do have some paper. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show a feather stick. I'll try, but my hand, it hurts to grab it, but beautiful, beautiful sharp blade. So Kizer's got their act together when it comes to sharpening out of the box. And like I said, if you go look at this knife on Amazon, it's got a 5-star rating so far. So that's good. Let me see if I can do something here. Just nice and easy. Because I tried with and without this brace on, and it hurts, it hurts. So there we go. Okay. So this will be good for that kind of work. All right. It's digging in. That's Scandi, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm not going to go do too much, but you get the idea that this is a killer. This is a killer blade, and it comes in 2 flavors of steel. It's 1095 and Able steel, AEB-L, which is a hardcore stainless steel. I opted for the 1095 version. Again, Kizer gave me 2 samples, and I want to once again apologize to Kizer for this mishap over here. There's really nothing I can do. I have to wait. I'm a little nervous about batoning and chopping and doing things with this hand because it's healing. So, I'm worried about the shock, etc. I don't want to do more damage at this point. So it'll be a little while. Like I said, I'm going back to the doctor soon. At the end of this week, once I find out from the doctor what my situation here is, if it's getting better or worse. I don't know. There was a small crack, supposedly a small little fracture. He doesn't think I need an operation, so he gave me this splint to put on, not to move, not to do anything, and hopefully, knock on wood. Whoops, I was knocking on the wood and the knife fell. Knock on wood. I can at least make feather sticks or something. So I really want to test out the 1100 A4, and see how that performs, because everybody's telling me that that knife is fantastic. You'd be surprised. You'll be very surprised. So I can't wait. I can't wait. It does come with a box, okay, and pretty much in the box it came with this notification over here, and on the other side it gives you some other product overview, the Scandi grind, if you want to put a secondary bevel on here, etc. It's up to you. You guys know what you want out of a knife. Again, I think this is more a dedicated bushcraft knife, very limited use, and it's it says it on that manual over there. And also inside the box is a couple stickers and a felt cleaning rag. Very nice. It says Kizer on it, so it's no big deal. But there you have it, troops. Hopefully I did okay with this one. I plan on doing a lot more tabletop reviews for now, because that's really all I can do. And I got a bunch of knives that I have to do it for. I've been bummed out and a lot of pain, a lot of achiness in my body, so I haven't been able to do it. But now that I'm back on the ball, this feels good. And I hope you enjoyed this. All right, troops, legionnaires, new recruits, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans in active military who wants to get out of the service. They do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So when we're done here, go check out the description section and the comment section. I will leave phone numbers that you can call, websites that you can surf. Please seek the help that you all have earned and deserve. All right, troops, Legionnaires, new recruits. Once again, I know this is taking a little while. Hopefully I'll get back out there and do some of the hard use reviews after this week. Who knows? No promises, but thanks again for your support. We're almost, I think we're past 11,500 subscribers. That's pretty cool. And I guess the next step is 12,000, man. All right. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, thanks again. At the ready, hold the line. Take care.